Hello and welcome back to Investment Vitals. There have been certain important developments in the ongoing claim case against a now infamous cryptocurrency exchange FTX. Today I'll be talking about some of these updates so that all of us are equally informed of these updates in the ongoing FTX claim case. Before I proceed, certain standard disclaimers. I'm neither a legal nor a financial advisor. Nothing contained in this video or on my channel is legal or financial advice. This is purely for information and entertainment purposes. Now, with that out of the way, let me move ahead with these important updates that have come up in recent days, in the last couple of days or weeks. Starting off with this headline, which says FTX says it expects to repay its customers in full. Some are suing for more. Now, you might be aware that the case has been moving ahead a little more smoothly, and what this news article basically talks about is the belief that FTX has in that it will be able to pay all its customers, the creditors, which is people like you and me who had their money on FTX, back in full. Now, when we speak about being in full, as in when the company speaks about paying in full, what it essentially implies is paying us back in the dollar terms of the asset which we held on the exchange on the date of the bankruptcy filing. Earlier in one of the previous videos, we had discussed the amount per asset that is being considered for the valuation of our claim. If you haven't seen the video, the link would be appearing at top of the screen right now. You can click on the link. In that link, I have also linked the document through which you can see the value of each asset that will be ascribed to your holdings. For example, Bitcoin was being valued at around $17,000. I don't really recall it, but that is the amount. The current news article in which FTX believes it will pay in full is based on those valuation. Unfortunately for us, the values have moved much more sharply. For example, Bitcoin is almost 2x, almost twice the value that has been subscribed to by FTX for our claim case values. That is the point here. For example, that's also captured in this paragraph here. When we read through it, it says FTX. When FTX fell, the crypto market was in doldrums. But since it has rebounded, the value of Bitcoin, for example, has risen from around $16,000 in November to around $40,000 per coin now. Therefore, when they are valuing us or talking about paying us in full, they are basically saying based on the very small valuation that most of these cryptocurrencies had back then. Also, this is being disputed by some people in another article which you'll be seeing right now. It says appeals court reverses judges ruling orders appointment of independent examiners in FTX bankruptcy case. Now, there have been various claimants to the judgment. Again, moving back to the previous topic I was talking about. In this channel, we have been discussing the fact that the Judge Dorsey, who's the judge for the FTX claim case, John Dorsey, he had in past ruled that FTX can dollarize our claims, which is our assets, the value can be frozen, and we would be paid back in dollars. We have covered this in many videos. I think from the very first video we made on FTX claim case, that the judge had argued that we can be paid back in dollars, and in fact FTX has been selling our asset to convert them into dollars. This is being contended by some people, saying that our values should be ascribed to at a higher value instead of taking the values at the lows at the time of collapse. There have been, so again, in this case there have been various disputes, claims and counterclaims. In one of these judgments, a 3-panel judge in Philadelphia has issued a ruling in Friday, that is in the early part of January, in an appeal filed by the US bankruptcy trustee who serves as the government watchdog in Chapter 11 reorganizations. Chapter 11 is essentially means the bankruptcy cases. Now, in this, they have been saying that the lawyers in this judgment by the 3-panel members, it says the judges for the trustees had argued that FTX financial affairs and business operations, including allegations of unprecedented fraud leading to its collapse, should be reviewed by a disinterested party, not left to an internal investigation. Prior to this, as I discussed some time back, the US bankruptcy judge for the bankruptcy court case, John Dorsey, had denied the trustees' request in February. He had agreed with FTX and its official committee on FTX unsecured creditors that an examiner's work would be too costly and would duplicate investigation already underway by FTX new leadership. What essentially the judge of the claim case, John Dorsey, had agreed to was that the company has been reorganized. There's a new person, John Ray, who's now heading the company after SBF Sam Bankman-Fried had left. And so he had said doing a re-examination would essentially result in doubling the work and also the cost, also the time involved, by the way. However, this new ruling by the appeal court says, and it's a 3 members court, so it's a senior bench. They say that the extent of fraud involved is high. I'll be reading through those lines. It says the appeal court reversed Dorsey's ruling, agreeing with the trustee that the bankruptcy court mandates the appointment of an examiner. What they have basically said is sometimes highly complex cases give rise to straightforward issues on appeal, and such is the case here. Essentially speaking, they have said there has to be an examination. Now, again, based on these claims and counterclaims, there is a possibility that the valuation of our cryptocurrencies that would be considered could be higher. However, let's not count on that. I'm not trying to raise any hopes. This is a wishful thinking that I have. It's a good thing in the first place that we'll be getting higher amount than we had initially thought. Many of us had actually given up hope. When the FTX, the current company management believes that they'll pay us back in full, even if at a lower valuation of our cryptocurrency, that's a positive development. I hope that these claims and counterclaims could result in this amount of our claims going back a little higher. Let's hope for that. Let's go ahead with this hope, but let's not be counting on it for too much, for two reasons. There is a high possibility that although that we might get some money back, also the fact is that we are not the only claimants. As I had discussed in one of the other videos, link appearing at the top of the screen right now, in that video we had discussed that there is a water flow mechanism. First, we are being paid as the creditors of the company, and then there are subsequent tiers like the vendors of the company or government claims, so on and so forth. There's so many tiers after us. Therefore, if the value of a cryptocurrency is not increased, the value that is available for the rest of the people down the waterfall will be higher. However, if the value of cryptocurrencies is at a higher rate, then of course the amount left for those after us is lower. Let's see what judgment goes in this case. Hopefully it is in the good for all of us. The fact that the majority of the claimants in number terms, that is number of people claiming, is higher in the creditors bucket, as in the customers of FTX, like you and me. Therefore, to some extent, at least sentiment speaking, or in terms of legal, in terms of in our own benefit terms, or benefit of most number of people, the valuation of cryptocurrencies going higher would benefit a greater amount of people. And let's see, I hope that is what eventually comes out. In related news, we had discussed earlier in one of the other videos, again link appearing at the top of the screen, in which we had discussed that FTX was trying to restart the cryptocurrency exchange, FTX-2. However, that has now failed. The negotiations have failed. The highlighted portion I'll just read out. It says the failed negotiation underscores the fact that FTX was never what it appeared to be, and the founders SBF never built the underlying technology or administration necessary to run the company as a viable business. Essentially meaning that FTX, although it was very successful, it was the second largest exchange, it was never meant it was never really as good an exchange or a company as it should have been. Hence, there have been no takers. But basically, the hope that the company had to restart FTX2 as an exchange outside of US is almost over now. There's very, very, very bleak possibility, if any at all, that FTX2 would be reinstated. So that is out of the window. Moving ahead, in the related news, 3 people have been indicted in a $400 FTX crypto hack conspiracy. Now, I'll just give you a summary of this. It's not a major event. The amount is also not small in the context of the case. The claim amount is in billions. There's only 400 million. However, just after the collapse, just after SBF had resigned, some people had lost the currency. There was a person who's been alleged, Robert Powell. It is alleged that he was the ringleader of a swim swapping scam. Basically, what he had done is he was able to get KYC documents of people and forge and portray, or how do I put it across? He was able to portray as if he's the person, got their number changed on his onto his, got the change number issued to himself, and was able to dupe people of the money. So again, there's around 400 million hack. He was arrested. Hopefully, this 400 million will come back more, which could help us getting a little bit more than what it would have come to us otherwise. However, it's not going to be large amount. $400 million is nothing compared to the amount of claim on FTX. So, but nonetheless, something better than nothing. And the last part of the video, with all this happening, you can see we have been tracking the FTX claim market for a long time now. It's been consistently rising. It has started at around 6% to 10% respectively. Now, as of now, it is around 75% being bid and 80% asked, as in people are asking 80% of their claim value to sell their claims, and people who want to buy the claims are willing to offer 75%. This is the highest that we have seen in so many months now, and it's a positive sign. It indicates that we are likely to get a large portion of our money back. Now with that, I hope that I have been able to address and put across all the important developments that have happened in the case. As of now, there's nothing major that needs to be done from your part. I've been receiving queries from some people in terms of KYC. Are they required to conclude KYC? Yes. I have made another video, again link appearing at top of the screen right now. If you have not done your KYC, please do go ahead, because you would need to complete your KYC to get your money back. I hope you find this video useful. If you find the video useful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Share it with your friends and family so that most people can benefit out of it. There have been many people like you and me who were the victim to this FTX collapse, and I hope most of us are going to get our money back. Sharing the video would help more people get their money back. And I know that for many people this was a large part of their life saving, and I really hope that the money comes back to all of us as soon as possible. With that, share with your friends and family. If there is any queries, comments, questions, please write in the comment section, and I'll try to come back to you as soon as possible. Take care. See you. Bye bye.